Alright, changes I made to the Fulcrum Meteorite. Here is the original. This is the Mark 13 body with the twist head fuse that I bought. So I didn't buy this directly from Fulcrum since I'm in the US, but the files I did buy from him. I printed this all out on a Bamboo P1S, and this is PLA Pro, so this runs you about a little under $5 if you get the spring cheaply enough. It's quite reliable, I think, except for some glaring problems. Let's see this real quick. Sorry, I screwed the cap on a little tight. So, first problem. When the spring here is compressed, which if you don't set it up right, can be a little hard to get to catch. Dang it. It does stay pretty well after you get it to catch, but it can be a little hard to set. But when the spring there is compressed, you'll notice it rises much higher, so there's nothing pressing down on the cap disc. So, in the end, you can sometimes find and he even shows this in his videos that it rattles around, so you can see that thing there just kind of float wherever. But if you get it at the right angle, it can actually ride up on the side there like this, in such a way that if it did decide to strike right now, it wouldn't actually go off. So my first solution, first thing I did to change the design a little bit was to get that to sit there. I made this thing, it's just a little PLA spring. It doesn't really do much other than sit right on top of that, and when you screw the fuse in, it just holds that thing there and keeps it from sliding around. Also cuts down on the rattle too, so makes it a little bit more stealthy, which is kind of nice. The second thing I did was, and I don't know if this is a thing in the UK or not, but in the US, especially, I live in Texas, so in Texas we have laws that allow us to get fireworks for consumer use. And one of those fireworks is a sort of fuseless deal, like this. And so if you get a good one of these packages, like you can see there's no fuse. The idea is that it's kind of like a poppet, where if you throw it or step on it, it'll go off. But if you compress them from both ends, they go off quite reliably. So, because of that, and because those are much cheaper to acquire in bulk than caps, I made this. I did have to spend some time fiddling with the thread measurements there to get that right. But this is the version that I'm going to be using and that I've designed. So the body here is just hollow. It has some fluted vents there. And this is where most of the magic happens. You can see a little hard to see there, but there's a little nub right there at the bottom. And when you put this in the middle there, it kind of just sits on top of that nub. There is a similar nub on the bottom of this thing, that will also sit on top. And then that spring there will hold it all together. So you drop it in like so. Drop this one in, lettering facing up. Then you put your spring on, and it accepts any old fuse that Meteorite has for it. I chose the twist one because I don't like losing parts. A little hard to screw on. Oh, we got lucky there. One moment. I did not have the safety engaged on my fuse. So now it's engaged and it'll actually screw in properly without tripping. That's something to always pay attention to. Once again, a little hard to do one-handed, especially with leaving my phone. Anyway, like this, and no rattle, but you can see the little firecracker just kind of sits right there. That disc on top is poised to strike it, so switch this to arm, drop it, which I won't do inside. I do have a demo video for what this looks like, and the end result is actually remarkably safe. I think the flame is even less exposed than the cap ring, but they're about the same volume, at least in my testing. I will have to record better videos than the 2 demo ones I already did, since both of those are, well, it's raining outside right now, and the rain is a little loud on the metal roof, but that's the body I designed for this one. It seems to work quite well. I have not yet used this in game, so we'll see how it fares there. But all of this, assuming you can find your springs cheaply enough for the fuse, it comes out to about $5, which is, I think, quite nice, especially for 100% reusable, and I don't have to care if I lose it. It's about, I think 2 or 3 hours worth of print time, maybe a little more than that. You do have to mess around with some support material, and the Bamboo Labs slicer does not have some low profile support settings, so you might be finagling with that for a little bit. But I've found some settings that work. Please let me know if you guys have any questions about this. I'll do my best to answer.